It's interesting how taking a break from something changes your perspective on things. Ready to run a gun? It's time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. Truck talk of the day. A change of perspective, maybe? I don't know. I was, with the rough summer, basically, that I've had at the reservoir at Lake X. And I talked to some people, they're doing the same thing too. They've had it rough. It's been rough. And now with the lake down 6 foot, who knows how much of a ramp's going to be left. It's only like a couple of feet deep at the end of the dock. Yeah. And I don't have an outboard yet, so I really don't want to hit the bigger reservoirs just because I just don't have, a 5 mile an hour boat is not the best thing to be putting on the main river or on the main lake. Big lake. Big. So I got to thinking, I was like, it's been a year and a half, maybe a little bit more, since I've been on the river behind the house. And sometimes I do miss it. I do miss fishing the river sometimes, especially after what I learned there towards the end. But I got to thinking, I was like, okay, so I'm looking at another kayak. No, I'm not selling the John boat. I'm keeping the John boat. Love that John boat. I did a lot of work on that John boat. But to have a kayak to where, if the water gets low at that particular lake, and I don't feel like hitting a big reservoir, and I just want to go for a few hours. It's a 5-minute drive from the house, and I can put in and head on down the river. I got to thinking about tackle. What I had done over the years, and the baits that I caught them on, and the baits that bombed, things like that. And so I got to thinking. I was like, I've got a Daiwa flotation vest. It's got all these pockets in it and everything, and it carries, you could put in each pocket 2 of those 3500 planos. And I like the flambeaus because you get full 3 slots instead of just a divider. Anyway, and so I might just pack 4 of those, and that's all I need to do. And it's interesting how simplified it is. Now, I do have one box that's devoted to crankbaits, and believe it or not, they're all bomber fat-free shads in one pattern, crawfish pattern, and I've got all 5 different models, all the way up to a BD7, a big 15, 17 foot deep dude. Because there are times you want to deep crank in a river like that, especially if you've got the water to do it. And crawfish has been my #1 crankbait color on that river. Soft plastics are very minimal. Spinner baits are minimal. I mean, it's really interesting how simplified I'm thinking of this stuff. 2 rod holders come in the kayak that I'm looking at. I'm not going to add any more. So I've got 2 rods. I chose a spinning rod and a casting rod. And they're also two-piece rods, because I've got a carrier that will allow me to carry 2 rods that break down with the reels mounted on them. So why not? 2 rods is all I need. You can only throw 1 at a time anyway. But that's 2 rods. Maybe load a spinning rod with 8 pound, keep another reel sitting around for some 6 pound. Put some 12 pound on the casting rod. Call it a day. keep the kayak simple. Don't add anything to it. I might add a stabilizer. But I didn't use one in my other kayak. But my other kayak was also wider, more stable than the one I'm looking at. So maybe a stabilizer. But it's just interesting that how simple I'm making everything. 2 top waters, a Rappalamenta, and a Popar. You know, a couple of square bills, a shad pattern, and a crawfish pattern. I've painted them both on here. You've seen both patterns. This is Booyah square bills. And I'm not getting too fancy with anything. I'm really not. I'm keeping it very simple. And I don't know. I just want to share that with you guys because it's just amazing to me how being absent from the river has really made my selection very simple. I'm not getting too crazy with the stuff. And most of the baits, I can switch them, use them either on a spinning rod or a casting rod. You know, it doesn't matter. But I wanted to run that by you guys. You know, maybe something that you never thought of either. I mean, I'm sure there's other waters that you haven't hit in a long time. And maybe think about hitting them again. Well, why take a whole arsenal with you? Just think about, what did I catch him on back when I was fishing that pond or river or creek or lake or whatever, and just take that and keep your rods and reels simple. I don't know, I just wanted to throw that by you guys, share it with you, see where this pea-sized brain's coming from with my infinite wisdom that means bupkis. Like I said, just want to share those thoughts with you because maybe some of you guys haven't thought about it either. So until next time, remember, new techniques are trendy, but bass never change. May the Father bless you and keep in Yeshua's name, and as always, fish on.